guys, we're gonna bring high energy, entertainment queens that we are.
Let me see you put your hands up now. 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 What's up, bruh? What's up, bruh?
Stephanie Shojaee sheds new light on possibly having kids, and involving Larsa, exclusive. Stephanie Shojaee discussed possibly expanding her family on The Real Housewives of Miami after show, and one option could include Larsa Pippen. The Real Housewives of Miami newcomer Stephanie Shojaee made it clear during Season 7, Episode 4, that she is not interested in having kids. However, in Episode 14, Stephanie revealed she was actually having some doubts about closing the door on motherhood. She recently shared new details on the subject during the Real Housewives of Miami after show, candidly explaining her conflicting feelings. Children are super cute when you have them for a little, then you can give them away, back to whoever they belong to, she declared to Larsa Pippen in the after-show video above. But I just don't want them around my YSL jacket. Or my Birkin. I just want to live a fabulous life. I don't feel like I need to look back and think like, oh, I nurtured this. I think time's running out, she added. Although Stephanie protested repeatedly, I'm not having kids, Larsa had a different perspective. There's times I'm like, should we do it together, Steph? She offered, hinting at her own ideas for more kids. Larsa also had another idea. You've gotta freeze your eggs. But Stephanie found a problem with that plan too when she detailed her fertility concerns. I've never gotten pregnant once, she revealed on the after show. I don't use protection. I don't have an IUD. Never gotten pregnant. Masood obviously has kids. So he's not a problem. One would think I'm the problem. Despite her earlier protestations, Stephanie confessed she might still see a doctor to weigh her options. Time's ticking, and it really stresses me out, Stephanie added. Maybe I should go check it out. And what if the guy tells me, you know what? You can't have kids. Then there's my answer. Larsa continued to offer ideas on ways for Stephanie to have a child, including surrogacy and egg donors, which sparked another idea for Stephanie. I could take one of your eggs, she quipped to Larsa, who didn't turn down the idea. Stephanie also pointed out to Larsa, people say we look alike. Stephanie Shojaee opens up about possibly having a baby with Masood. Larsa wasn't the only one advocating for Stephanie to have a baby with her husband, Masood. When Stephanie's friend, makeup tycoon Anastasia Soar, visited Miami in the September 4th episode, she mentioned that when she'd gotten Stephanie's call, the first thing that came to mind was Stephanie making a pregnancy announcement. But Stephanie immediately began listing reasons why that wasn't a good idea. Masood's older than me. He's like 24 years older than me, Stephanie explained. Imagine when my baby's like 10, is Masood going to want to go to a baseball game? But Anastasia assured her that Masood would absolutely want to do so. Related, Stephanie Shojaee dishes on her husband Masood's marriage proposal. Nothing like I expected. You would be the best mom, she told Stephanie. Because you are disciplined and the kid is going to be very disciplined, and there's nothing wrong with that. Stephanie acknowledged that she'd thought about her dream child, and admitted the baby would be a little Masood. He has to be named Masood. He has to be a boy. I want him to dress super chic. I want to put him in like little suits, Stephanie said on the after show. And I want him to take over Shoma, and I want him to like business. But she still had reservations about her dream. What if I have a baby and he doesn't want to dress like Masood? He hates his name. He changes it, she added on the after show. I don't know. I'm good. Stephanie Shojaee explains her feelings on having children. Stephanie confessed more about her hesitations to Larsa on the after show. The kid might resent me or hate me, she admitted. I'm going to be like, I had you. And then I have to spend all this money on you. And I have to get a nanny. And what if you're not the brightest and I have to get you a tutor? And spend more money. And you get sick. Larsa joked that Stephanie could put 5 of her Birkin bags to the side to pay for these things, but then Stephanie revealed a much deeper fear. I would do that. Completely. But what if it ends up being that they grow up and they don't even want to hang out with me? Stephanie asked. Related, Stephanie Shojaee details past romance with Nicole Martin's fiancé, Anthony. Got along great. Stefan broke down to Larsa to share, "This is really what the problem is," and then explained, "I am such a control freak. Like, we all know I'm super punctual," Stephanie said. "If it's something at 12 and it's 11:59 and I start this boiling sensation of I can't control it. Why are people late?" Get more with Bravo Insider. Sign up for Bravo Insider and read behind-the-scenes features including Cynthia Bailey unpacks the differences between filming RHOA and Rob, night and day. Receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots, a complete guide according to Bravolebs. Brittany Cartwright reveals the real reason she wore that tiny romper to a job interview. Backfired. Angela Oakley on the RHOA beef she squashed too soon and what you didn't see at the reunion. Confessional Interviews 101. What Bravolebs eat, how they prepare, and more behind-the-scenes secrets. Larsa tried to convince her that when you have kids, you change. Despite Larsa's attempts to convince her, Stephanie admitted about the decision. "It's too much for me." As Stephanie works for her husband's real estate empire, don't miss what the other wives of the Real Housewives of Miami do for a living.